Welcome to the Channel 6 News. I'm going to start off with the weather. Today it's supposed to be 47 degrees and right now it feels like 42. It's supposed to get partly cloudy as the day moves on with a 20% chance of rain. Tonight it's supposed to drop down to 38 degrees and 50% chance of showers. And for our first headlining story, breaking news, it's about woman eating lamprey. So we'll send you off to Ryan and get the latest details on that. We'll keep you updated.
Hello, I'm Ryan Winkle from the Channel 6 News. Thank you for accepting our interview request. Can I ask you some questions about what happened with the whole lamprey?
Yes, you may.
Okay. What happened? Like, where were you when this went down?
I was taking a trip to France with my friends, and we went to a small-town restaurant where they dared me to eat lamprey and rice.
What happened when you ate the lamprey and rice?
Well, the heads were still intact, so they scraped down my esophagus, the little teeth, and it latched on to the inside of my stomach.
What did it taste like?
It tasted like meat because it was very meaty.
Well, what did it look like when you were eating it?
It looked like little chunks of slimy meat with rice covered in sauce.
Right when you ate it, did it start hurting right away or did it take some time?
There was some discomfort when it was going down my throat after I swallowed it, but I didn't really feel it till I came back to the States.
Okay. And how are you going to be curing this problem?
I'm going to be having surgery in a couple days where they're going to open up my stomach and take out the lamprey, then close my stomach back up.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you for allowing me to interview you and answer these questions.
Anytime.
Alright, so thanks for that interview, Ryan. And we hope that lady has a fast recovery. Now, we understand that many people don't even know what a lamprey is, so our team and a scientist have gotten together and have done tons of research for you. And so first off, we'll send you out to the scientist and let you know about the habitat of a lamprey.
Hello, Channel 6 viewers. I am scientist Kaylee Newmeyer, and I will be describing the habitat and mating habits of a lamprey. Lampreys can be found in temperate regions near coastal and fresh waters. They are found by wet rocks surrounded by mud and sand. The larvae cannot stand the hot waters, therefore the adult lampreys enter inland to fresh water, therefore breeding there. The larvae can be found in soft stream sediments. In the spring and early summer, adult sea lampreys ascend streams and rivers to spawn. The males construct depressions that serve as nests or redds along sandy bottoms with gravel or small stones. The female sea lamprey can lay from 30,000 to 100,000 eggs, and the male fertilizes them, after which both adults drift downstream and die.
Now I'm joined by Ryan at the table, and we are going to tell you 10 characteristics about lampreys, so here we go.
The skeletons of a lamprey consist of cartilage and not bone.
Lampreys don't have jaws, so they can't close their mouths.
The mouth and tongue are covered in very tiny sharp teeth that help a lamprey eat and digest their food.
Adult lampreys grow from anywhere from 8 inches to 47 inches long.
Lamprey larvae must go through metamorphosis before becoming an adult.
Lampreys are born in fresh water and they migrate to salt water over their lives.
Lampreys are found in every temperate region except for those in Africa.
Lampreys have no scales.
Lamprey's natural habitat is living in the open ocean?
Lampreys have a more complex lifestyle than a regular fish. Lampreys have 7 openings on the outside of their bodies called external gill slits. This is how they get oxygen.
While migrating, lampreys will sometimes take a break by attaching themselves to underwater rocks.
Sea lampreys feed by attaching to an organism. Their teeth and tongue easily puncture skin and induce blood flow.
Lampreys are descendants of jawless fish that swam through prehistoric waters about 500 million years ago.
Lampreys are jawless fish that have large reddish eyes and a nostril on top of their head.
Large fish will most likely survive a lamprey attack, while the smaller fish will usually die.
Sea lampreys usually attack whitefish, trout, and chub. They may also feed on small invertebrates.
Over a lamprey's lifetime, it can destroy up to 40 pounds of fish.
Sea lampreys spend about 10 years in freshwater and 2 years in the sea. Then they return to freshwater for mating.
A common meal in European countries is eating lamprey with rice.
King Henry I of England died from being force-fed excessive amounts of lamprey.
Nowadays, lamprey have adapted entirely to living in freshwater. This is very invasive to fish in the Great Lakes.
The common name lamprey is derived from a Latin word that means stone liquor.
While some lamprey are parasitic, most are not. To obtain their food, lamprey may filter feed at the bottom of an ocean or river. The buccal tunnel is the beginning of the mouth cavity. It contains numerous teeth and is supported by the oral disc. The nostril, which is medial to the eyes, is a feature that is very unique to the lamprey. It detects scents and leads to a nasal tube in the head. The nostril smells by perceiving chemicals in the water. The eyes are a sensory organ. It is structurally similar to the eyes of other vertebrates. Lamprey do not have eyelids. The external gill slits are openings that lead to internal gills that are used to conduct the water in and out of the lamprey for liquid exchange. The anterior dorsal fin is on the back of the lamprey and is used to stay upright. Right behind that is the posterior dorsal fin, which is also used to stay upright. The lamprey has a cloaca just like the shark. They do the same thing. The cloaca is the opening where all materials exit the lamprey. Also, like the shark, the caudal fin for the lamprey is used to propel forward.
First off, the brain is a structure responsible for body and organ coordination. It is located on the anterior end and connects to the spinal cord. The spinal cord is located above the nodal cord and connects to the brain. It is responsible for pain recognition and other feeling. The nodal cord is a rod-shaped structure that supports the body. It is like a backbone. It is located below the spinal cord. A lamprey has a 2-chambered heart. This means that the blood is only cycled through once before being sent out to the rest of the body, so its blood pressure is very low. Moving muscles helps keep the blood moving. A little bit after the heart is the liver. The liver's job is to produce bile, which helps breaking down food. The intestine runs from the esophagus out to the anus. The main job of the intestine is to break down and absorb nutrients from food. Another organ in a lamprey is the kidney. The kidney overlaps the intestine and is responsible for filtering out waste from the blood. The ovary or gonad is a reproductive organ responsible for producing sperm or eggs. It is located in the posterior end of the lamprey and is between the intestine and liver. Thank you for tuning in this morning to the Channel 6 News. We hope that you have learned a lot about lamprey. We would also like to wish that lady a speedy recovery. Tune in again tomorrow for all the latest headlining stories.